Hello everybody and welcome back to some more RimWorld. Alrighty, the time has come. This is going to be the episode where we advance our quest for the Archonexus. Regardless of what happens, we are advancing. Because, for one, we are immediately going to get in position and summon a diabolous threat. Reason for it? Research. So, let us hope that it's good enough. My hope is, if we can do just enough research to get that spacer upgrade, then we're going to be in a really, really good position. So, we're going to do standard mech tech, see how that goes. If that's not enough, I'm debating doing starflight sensors and machine persuasion just to see if that's enough. If it's not, we do another round of mechanoid stuff. If that's not enough, then we do another round of mechanoid stuff. And if that isn't enough, we get waste pack atomizers. And if it still is not enough, then we're simply not going to get it, and we're moving on regardless. So, overall, I think that's a pretty good plan. I don't know how long this episode will be, truthfully. It's probably going to be a bit of a longer one, and, well, you can see the time before I can. We'll just see how it goes. Now, only a couple militars and a diabolus, so we're going to do our absolute best to deal with what is to come. So, let's bring in our mechanoids, our animals, and, of course, 4 dryads. Now, we've got some time. The spookies are not upon us just yet. We do also have a massive range turret, just in case. Now, what I think I'm going to do, we're going to move our dryads up close, because we want them to start attacking somewhat early. Natalie, I want you to take cover right here. Alchemist, I want you, honestly, let's put you somewhat next to the turret. Then Luxembourg and Natalie, I want you kind of playing defense as much as possible. So once our, well, we've gotten close enough for some fire to start being done. Okay, a little closer. We want them against us. Okay, here they come. So now we're going to back up, take a big defensive position, and have our melee fighters ready to go at a moment's notice. At the moment, we appear to have only drawn in one. Oh, really? Alright. Looks like they're a little smarter than I gave them credit for. They are, in fact, avoiding our turret. So, we'll have this one go home and get healed, and then you 3 are going to come over here, because we are going to do a very, very quick push. Okay, just about everyone's in position. Okay, here we go. So, all 3 of our dryads, we want to rush down the diabolus. Alchemist and Natalie, I want both of you to come off to the side. We do want to do this semi-split up because we do not want to get caught by that. That is what we don't want to get caught by. So, Alchemist, move up just a little bit. Natalie is firing. Okay. Okay, nice shot, honestly. Melee, go for the Diabolus. Luxembourg, go for this Militar. Then, Natalie and Alchemist, you both shoot at this one. Okay, big fire being dealt with, but that's fine. Okay. We risk a tiny bit of friendly fire, but we kind of just have to go for it. So, let's have everybody attack this big old Diabolus. Also, let's move our Dryads completely out of the way, because now they are in danger of being shot by us. Oh, that's about to be a huge explosion. Nope. not quite. Whew. Okay. Well, good to know, despite how strong we are, mechanoids are still quite the problem indeed. Archivist, you get the very fun task of doing whatever you want to do, honestly. As long as we get this fire put out, I suppose that's all that really matters. And then once this fire is out, we are going to have Natalie study that chip. And oh boy, hopefully it gives us what we want. Or we'll get a solar flare right now. Oh boy. Alright, where's the chip? There it is. Analyze, Natalie. We should actually still be able to analyze it because, we left the research bench that's made out of wood. Well, standard mech tech has now been unlocked, so let's not waste any time. Get that going immediately. Wow. A war merchant from the Cervexa League, and there is a marriage. Nyana proposed a lifelong commitment to man. Yippee! Well, good for you. And they already have a bedroom together. How about that? How sweet, how lovely. Alrighty, Pharrell, you get to go do a bit of trading, my friend. Maybe we can get rid of some of this crap that we've got on us, huh? They're selling grizzly bears? That's a unique one. Can't say I've ever seen that one coming. Well, we'll take a bit of silver, and, if you'd like, feel free to be on your way. Also, we have finished the standard mech tech, and guess what? It isn't nearly enough. So, honestly, it might be a little more simple than I think, and we just need to do these two researches, but we're gonna find out the hard way. So, let's do the big boy researches. Not that we're gonna use that ending. And if that gives a spacer, perfect. Speedy has created a masterwork wooden Iqua. Cool. You know what? Yeah. We're gonna put some hay flooring in the prisoner area. And then we'll also do, should we do steel tiles? Yeah, alright. We'll do steel tiles. I mean, I don't really see us having any prisoners at this rate. We're so close to moving to the next area. But you never know. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a quest where we need to keep a prisoner safe and sound, and it'll be good to, you know, have this room up and running. Dang. We're actually really, like, blowing through advanced components at a, frankly, alarming rate. And we're making a lot of them, too, so... To be fair, though, with how quickly we are upgrading and the fact that we haven't really been buying very many advanced components, it does make sense why we're going through so much, but it still is a little bit unnerving to be doing that. Now, granted, we could just try and buy a crap ton from any anyone that comes by. That's honestly probably what we should do. I've been holding on to our money just in case we get more Archotech stuff, but again, it's so RNG. I should probably focus on some stuff that'll actually help us in the here and now. You know what? Hang on. We desperately need to do something with all this freaking hay. Here's what we're gonna do. Is it gonna be dumb? This is gonna be real dumb, but it has to be done. We are going to make a freaking giga container in our food area, and we're gonna have nothing but hay and corn in it. Just absolutely nothing but hay and corn. Right here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Actually, honestly, we could probably just leave these installed, but it looks better aesthetically. Okay, go ahead and get that all built up, everybody. We're going to need it right now. Mech hive signal. Well, that might be of use to other people, but for us, It has nothing to do with the Archonexus, so why would we care? Oh boy. Well, looks like we got ourselves an opportunity here. We can get 50 goodwill with the Refugee Imperium, but we have to deal with 2 mech clusters. Deal. By the way, remember what I said about prisoners? Well, there's one now. So, we are gonna stick you right in here. Ideally, at least. Okay, well, let's go ahead and build a light in there. That way you're not too terribly bored. And we will also... we'll give you something to do. Why not? We're not cruel, after all. We'll give you, yeah, you can play poker by yourself. Right? That'll be fun. You'll have a great time. Trust me. We'll also put a... yeah, table right there. And then we will do some chairs, which I'm just gonna yoink. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Oh, does this not look like somewhere you would want to spend your time in? It's just beautiful. Also, you know what? We're even so kind. We'll give you a bonsai tree. That way you have someone to talk to. Never, ever say that we're unkind. Now, we do have to worry about those 2 mechanoid clusters, but what I decided to do is I built a just itty-bitty little steel mini turret to back up our big one. I also am trying to do that over here, but it turns out it's a little easier said than done, because I had to actually carve out one piece so they could actually reach all of the steel piping and everything, so a little awkward, but oh well. Now, provided everything goes well, we'll be able to deal with these 2 clusters, and we should be good to go. I am also, over here, making some venom fangs, as well as 2 venom talons, because melee fights strictly with claws, teeth, and elbow blades. So why don't we add a little bit of poison to the mix, huh? At least that's what I think. Now, we are going to try and convert Snaz, just because you are still technically part of a hive mind, and that is just not really going to work. Travelers request aid. Well, you guys are showing up at a real bad time, I gotta warn you. Ooh, combat supplier. Yes, please, Pharrell. Will you please go speak with them? They are selling, as you might expect, a bunch of weapons and, unfortunately, 0 advanced components. Well, that is a little bit unfortunate for us. Well, honestly, not a whole lot that we can sell them. You know what? We will sell them 100 Psychite Tea and 100 Smoke Leaf. Yeah, why not? May as well get a little bit of money. So, I don't know when those mechanoids are supposed to show up, but apparently we have to be guarding the Hammond for 11 days. So, I guess just be ready for that entire 11 days. Okay, we have everything on the right, and... cornerstone? No. Alright, well, that tells us that we probably do have to do everything mechanoid related as well. That's gonna be rough. Not impossible, but rough. Well, here's 1 out of 2. So we need to deal with it immediately. Oh. And a gestator. Oh, fun. Okay, absolutely all hands on deck. Those who can fight, at least. Okay, animals, get ready to go. Everyone, go to the outermost gate. Then, where's all our fighters? You three come to this wall. And then, Clar, you follow them. This ought to be good. Apparently we're out of power. Oh, EMI field. Oh, that's dirty. So we can't even tower cheese them, for example. Well, so be it. We can afford to get quite close. Okay, you four, I want you right next to the wall, but not actually in it. Then, we want to get as close as possible without engaging. Here we go. You two, right here. You two, right here. Alchemist and Natalie, I want both of you to immediately take out this Gyroday maid. Then, Snaz, you go for the Scyther. Luxembourg, you go for the Smiliter. Melee, you go for the big building. Then, our mechanoids here, we are going to have go for this birther as well. Here we go! Okay, Gyroday Maid is taking a decent amount of damage. Natalie does get hit, that's fine. Keep shooting. Oh, whatever we got hit with is causing us to stop and vomit. Whoa. We're not dying, are we? No. Okay, good. Good. Melee, come help with this Gyroday Maid, because apparently it's borderline invincible. Oh my god, she won't die. That took way too long. But we got him. Now, that's only round 1 of 2. It's not over just yet. So, Luxembourg, attack this. You three, attack this. Then, everyone here, attack this EMI Dynamo thingy. Okay, you know what? You guys can join in as well. Why not? And then you guys destroy this proximity detector. That way they don't get any more use out of it, just in case. Destroy it quick. Okay, it was just an EMI. Okay. Or it was just an EMP, rather. Okay, everyone is good to go. Let's be sure we get all this plasteel, all the steel. Then we haul all this. Okay. Well, good job, everyone. I don't know if there's going to be a second attack, or if that was technically it. But the sooner we can go get healed, the sooner we can be ready, just in case. Turns out, it was not the only one. Oh my god. Oh boy, that just sucks. Oh, that's so bad. Okay. Natalie's having surgery done. So, everyone else, we gotta get ready to go right now. So, Melee, Luxembourg, Snaz, Alchemist. You guys are gonna come over and get yourselves ready to go. All 4 of our companion dryads, you're gonna get yourself right on over and be ready to go. Then, all of our big old tanky dryads, you guessed it, they're gonna do much the same thing. Then, where's our big old dragon one? Haha, there you are. You are gonna join everyone as well. Yeah, this is a real all-hands-on-deck kind of fight, because holy. Okay, well, we are as in position as we physically can be. So, Both companion dryads, run to the one in the back. Then, run to this one as well. You two, you hit this one, you hit this one. You go for this one. And then you go for the shield. Then, Luxembourg, you're going to help on the one in the back. Melee's going to help on the one in the front. Then, Snaz, you're going to go for the third one. And then, Alchemist, you, for the moment, are just going to hold off and take cover. Here we go! Oh, and then our Awakened is going to go for the one in the very back that I barely saw. Here we go, they're awake now. Luckily, we are crowding them all enough to where I don't think they're really going to be able to stop us. But our big old tanky dryads are in the very front. Oh man, Snaz is not looking good. Oh. Okay, not amazing, but we're all still holding. Okay, Luxembourg, rescue the Dryad, get out of here. You three, you are free to go. Melee, you are also good to go. Go ahead and leave. And we're just gonna let this Kalar deal with this. Yikes. Well, we lost a handful of Dryads, but at least right now, we didn't lose any of our actual people, although Snaz is certainly not looking good. Well, we've now dealt with both mechanoid clusters, and we are in a bit of a funky spot. The good news is, since nobody died, at least not in this very moment in time, we do still have some time to actually recover off this, and then, depending on how our upgrades go, we might honestly just rush directly into the next base. We are just about at the wealth we need. We just about have absolutely everybody upgraded. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling like we're super far away from getting the Spacer upgrade. So once we're all healed up, upgraded, ready to go, I will do a little bit more mechanoid stuff just to get the research, see how it goes. And if we still don't get Spacer, we're moving on. Hey. Okay, so, apparently I was wrong about that being the only mechanoid cluster. Because this was the second one. Luckily, our Barkskin Dryads are actually, freaking amazing. And, I mean, as you see, they just soloed that whole thing by themselves. With, of course, us losing one. Here's a good thing, though. Do we have 3? Okay, we don't have 3 yet, but what we can do is we can just awaken a few more, and they'll be right as rain. It's like we didn't even lose any. You know, of course it is sad, but still, better a Dryad who can be returned to life with the gifts of the forest compared to one of us. Wow, the shuttle is already here. It's been 11 in-game days? Holy, that time flew. Alright, well, go ahead and load them up. We're ready to go, I guess. Okay, after we deal with all the bodies, I guess. Okay, he's ready to go. Goodbye. Quest complete. Relations with the Refugee Imperium have changed from 0 to 50. Hey, I'll take that. It's not exactly easy to get good relations with them, so I will take that. The only thing is, we technically need a little bit more in order to become friends with them. But still. A pact is to be made. And I intend to make it right now. Yeah. Okie dokie. So, honestly, doesn't really matter what they have, because we come bearing gifts. After all, we intend to make quite the friendship with you, and if you would be so kind, we would like to bestow upon you these gifts. But apparently I miscounted because we're 10 short. Okay, well, it was close. We'll come back with a bit more goodies, and then we'll trade it with them. But I'm kind of thinking that, honestly, we should probably just make do here shortly, because we are, we're good to go. Like, I mean, for example, just look at Melee. Venom Fangs, Assistant, all of the buffs from the previous episode. Even Apple, Assistant, Nose, Tough Gland, like, we're pretty much good to go. And in Apple's case, she's not even gonna get affected by anything. Like, she has lungs, kidneys, heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Like, she's got it all. So I'm honestly thinking that it's about time to get going. But there is still a couple things I want to make. For example, I would like to have Melee to have a cataphract helmet, which is basically going to ensure our safety for the rest of time. Natalie debatably could have one as well. It will technically go against her, maid-only thing. But, I mean, it's a cataphract helmet, so I don't think she'd be too upset with that. But it's something to think about. So I am gonna summon one more round of mechanoids. And if it's not quite enough, then I think... Oh, it's a War Queen already? Oh, man. That is... Oh, dude, that is actually, like, terrifying. A War Queen this early? Can we even deal with that? I don't know. Are we still not ready for Spacer? No. So, I am also kind of wondering if technically these other tabs also have to do with us getting a new cornerstone. If that's the case, then there's literally nothing we can do, and that just sucks. So, yeah, honestly, I think it's about time that we get going. So, I am going to load up. We'll do Bowman. Why not? Bowman's a decent talker. As for stuff we want to sell, I'm just going to give away our Muffalos, because I don't think we're actually going to be keeping our Muffalos. So, we may as well ensure that they go to a very good home. Let's see. As for other stuff that we could sell, honestly, there isn't a whole lot. We could bring the grav engine. Maybe they'll want it. Maybe they won't. And then we will bring a little bit of gold. I don't want to bring too much, but we'll do like 250. That should all but ensure that we are going to get this pact ready to go. Another thing is, just because we're moving to a new base does not mean that we can't still do research. I just, you know, wanted to do it here and now because it seemed like the best thing to do. But here we go. Trade with Hudspeth. Ba 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 ba. You can have all of our goodies. Wait, no. We want to do it as a gift. Okay, frickin', it took basically everything, but sure. And we are now allied. Which means... Wait for it. Okay, hang on, let's go home first. Which means... Do we not have enough money? Oh my god. Okay, so fun fact. Selling the stuff we just sold put us under. Great. Wonderful. Threat pods. Oh, for 50 more goodwill? You drive a hard bargain, but I accept. Oh, hey, bulk goods trader. They're in a good enough spot. Oh, good. A psychic suppressor against males? Pfft, yeah, right. We totally care about that. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Hello, friends. I would love to give you a ton of corn. Also, you don't really have anything of note for us, so thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, here's the deal. Boom, 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 boom. Then, melee, go for the pikeman. Luxembourg, go for the Cyclops. Snaz, go for the Militar. Then, Natalie and Alchemist, I want both of you standing over here to the side so that you have a bit of a better range on everything. Okay, shoot at this. Okay, Alchemist, shoot at this. Natalie, start shooting at this one. Oh, you need better vision for that. Okay, now start shooting at this one. Melee is soloing that Cyclops. Okay, now melee, start attacking the actual machine. All of you attack this. Snaz, attack this turret. Explosion. No, Snaz! Oh no, Snaz is dead. Oh. Oh. Well, unfortunately, it was bound to happen at some point. But that is one of our very own slain in battle. And yes, I know that we do have both of our revival mechanoid serums. However, I think that we should keep a hold of them and bring them to our next base so that the 5 people who are Giga upgraded can continue surviving. I think that's what we have to do. Well, let's get a spot ready to bury Snaz, but also, we are now allied with the Refugee Imperium. Good. Technically, we don't get a whole lot for that. But it does mean that if we're ever in a super, super, super bad spot, they will come to our defense. So, there's that. We are officially ready to go. However, because I don't necessarily want to give up on getting another cornerstone, well, we're not in any real rush. We have the wealth, we have the gear. May as well try to get the cornerstone. Okay, War Queen has arrived. They're actually split up quite nicely. That is a welcome change. Okie dokie. So, all 4 of our Barkskin Dryads, we want them ready to go, and ideally somewhat quickly. Then, melee, Luxembourg, Natalie, Alchemist, and unfortunately, not Snaz. Everybody, get ready to go, because this here is gonna be what we call a fight. They got snipers, they got spawners. It's gonna be frightening. That's what it's gonna be. Ideally, the best thing that we can do is wait until they're in range of our turrets, which is exactly what they're doing, actually. Okay, oh, they're just slightly out of range of our turrets. You know what? Let's move into a spot where they can't see us quite as well. Oh, they're staying just outside of turret range. Okay. We are officially firing at them, so here's what we're gonna do. our big old tanky dryads are gonna run down those snipers. Which, by the way, they have so many snipers. That is really unnerving. Let's take as much cover as we physically can. Okay, Natalie, you're up here. Luxembourg, you have the very fun task of running down the Scyther. Then Melee, you're on the War Queen. Then, as for our little mechanoids here, these two are melee, so we're going to have them try and block, while these two try and get a somewhat good range position. Okay. You know what? Let's have them go for the Scyther, because it's getting a little too close to Natalie. Okay. Now, let's go for this Scyther. Okay, War Queen is spawning stuff. It's not ideal, but it's happening. Let's shoot at the War Queen as much as possible. Okay, Luxembourg, you are not in any serious threat, so I'm gonna move you up. And now you are free to do as you wish. As for our two little ranged mechanoids, let's have them move up. Our two melee mechanoids, let's have them run for the War Queen. Melee, attack as you will. I trust in all of your judgment. And the snipers are all being very, very carefully kept in place. Okay, War Queen is dead. Now we have to worry about the snipers, which it looks like we are working on. Melee Luxembourg getting in there, dealing as much damage as possible. Okay, our dryads are still going strong, although they are taking a little bit of friendly fire, so I think now I am going to hold fire. And all of you, thank you for the hard work. Do what you're going to do. Okay. Well, Melee, if you could... There's one alive. Okay, kill this, and then, Natalie, analyze the power chip. Whew. Well, other than the now thunderstorm, that went extremely well, wouldn't you say? Oh, the Scyther is still alive. Melee, can you come back and kill the Scyther, pretty please, before we lose another Dryad? That cataphract helmet looks so goofy on you. Okay. No! We did lose another Dryad. Dang it. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, they did what they were intended to do. They freaking tanked galore. And high mech tech has been unlocked. So, here's what we're gonna do. Flick the power back on, and we got some more research to do. I am a little bit worried that we'll have to... What is with all the clusters, man? Brother. Don't you guys get tired of freaking attacking us? Oh my goodness. Those humans know that we're close to getting our goal. They know what is to come. Well, so be it. Let them know. Let them fear. We will still get what we want. The Archonexus will be ours. We won't be stopped by some machines. Okay, is it gonna be a little bit nasty? But, Melee, I need you to get back in there and deal some damage. Luxembourg, you're doing mainly okay. Let's get you back in there and have you deal with this as well. The quicker we can deal with this, the better. We can also start researching high mech tech. Hopefully that puts us in range, but we're about to find out. Now, this companion dryad is, unfortunately, there very, very early. But he's not dead, at least not yet. Where's our... Oh, well, there's one. He's just completely out of position. Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. Now's a good time. Go, 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 go! This maid has to go quickly. These maids are way too big of a threat. Okay, go for the Scyther as soon as this maid goes down. Okay, come for this one. Hit this. Hit that. Okay, another Dryad on the way. Luxembourg on the way. Okay. Wow, that acid immediately coming into play, actually. Oh, melee is on fire, which, you know, not great. Okay, we recovered. Let's keep fighting. Okay, slowly but surely. Oh, this explosion might hurt. We were one hit off. Ah! No, melee, don't go closer. Ugh. Jeez. Well, we've mainly lost about all of our Dryads, but the Mechanoids have been dealt with. Aye. Actually, we're not done yet. We still have to kill this fully stupid thingy. Okay, destroy it quickly. So many Dryads have fallen to this robotic menace. Oh. Huh. That's good to know. If we get EMP'd and we have, special brains, we get knocked out. Huh. That's good to know. Oh, goody. Everything is trying to stop us. A wide piece of terrain has begun sinking into the depths, forming a deepening hole. At this rate, it will deepen out of sight within a day. You can hear shrieks arriving. Boy, that's unnerving. Okay. Well, you know the deal. Get the squad ready to go. Looks like we got a home turf to defend. Although this time we don't have any Dryads to back us up. At least not yet. Here we go. 3 hours remain. Well, 4 at the moment, but now it's 3. I kind of thought it was going to tick over a little quicker than that. Okay, both of our little ranged mechanoids. Take position. Alchemist, take position. Natalie, same deal. Then, our 2 little melee ones. Get ready, Luxembourg. And melee, get ready as well. Because whatever it is, it's about to break through. And I don't want to see what kind of ugly mother... Here it comes. Also, we do have a royal tribute collector. You know what? I've thought of an idea most ingenious. Right? Hear me out. What if we back up and make it also part of their problem, huh? Seems like a pretty good plan to me. Pit gate has opened. The shifting terrain has fallen into the depths below, forming a massive hole. The pit gate will remain open until you collapse its entrance. Oh. Oh, I see. How lovely that is. And there's flesh beasts coming from inside. Well, unfortunately, they don't seem very interested in us, so we gotta move forward. Ooh, goodness. Okay. Alchemist, here. Natalie, here. Both ranged little mechanoids right here. Boom, boom. Take position. Okay, here we go. This is an absurd amount of dudes. That is a ridiculous amount of dudes. Oh yeah, this tower is absolutely going up in flames. Although, honestly, it kind of works out for the best, if you ask me. Okay, Luxembourg, help out here. Okay, both of you, do what you gotta do. Also, it appears one of these guys has actually came over to help us. Okay, well, it's not over, despite what the music wants us to believe. So we can go in here, huh? Now, what theoretically is to stop us from just attacking it? Okay, I guess we're just not doing that. I guess that's not an option for us, huh? So, great. I really don't want to enter it, but I imagine if we leave it be, it'll probably be worse for us, so... Looks like we don't have much of a choice, do we? Well, if there was ever anything of note, it's right here. And it's blocked up by flesh, of course. Okay, let's go the other way then. Okay, melee, destroy this flesh sack. Oh, cool, there was a body in there. Kind of expected. Okay, let's try and go upwards. Nope. Alright, downwards it is. Whoa. Testament of Shamblers and a Priest's Cards. Whoa. Okay, Luxembourg. I want you to pick up the goodies. That way they don't go to waste. Meanwhile, melee continues chopping away forward. It's bound to be here somewhere. Ooh, another sack. Luciferium! Ha! Can't wait to not use that. Oh, squirming sounds. As Master Melee draws near the flesh mass here, she senses a heavy writhing and throbbing from under its warm surface. Ugh. Some huge living entity is behind it. Okay, then in that case, let's get both Luxembourg and Melee ready to go. Breakthrough. What do we see? At the moment, a whole lot of nothing. Okay. It has to be close, though. Oh! There it is. Dreadmeld released. You've discovered a flesh beast Dreadmeld. This mammoth creature seems to be made up of dozens of smaller flesh beasts. It appears to have some psychic connection to the flesh mass that supports a cavern. Killing it may destabilize the entire place. Right, okay, well... Without further ado... We're actually really far from the entrance. You know what? We have to lead it backwards. Okay. Let's break through this way. We want this thing as close to the entrance as possible because we need to make a mad dash directly out, because I have a feeling we're immediately going to have a collapse. Okay, melee, break this. Luxembourg, break this. Okay. Now, break that, just so it's out of the way. Melee, break this, draw its attention. Okay, I guess that's as good as we're getting. For now, let's retreat to the entrance. If it comes over, so be it, but we need a little bit of rest. We also need everybody to actually get over there, including the people with the guns. Although, to be fair, that is the pause thing that's happened, so. Oh, good, and our dryads are now slowly dying. Fantastic. Cool, and it's getting even worse. Oh, that's great. That's good. Alright, this is a big enough army. Let's make our move. First things first, let's take out this mini flesh beast, and then we will deal with the behemoth. Okay, this dryad, back it up. Back it up. If he even can. We'll see if he can. If he does, great. Although it's not looking good, but we definitely want this defensive position. Oh yeah, he's definitely not looking too good. Come on, little buddy, you can make it. Almost there. Okay, it's just about in range for us to start shooting at it. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, both of you attack the behemoth. Now, Melee and Luxembourg, you are both gonna stay right where you are, just in case. And that is the just in case. Yep. Okay, it's go time. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, that's something to be worried about. Okay, immediately backtrack and protect Natalie. She is... Oh. Undercave unstable. We have 10 hours to get out. We also have a whole lot of things left to fight, so it's a free-for-all. Everyone go for who you decide is the best bet. Okay, right now we are still winning the fight. We do have quite a few little creatures left of kill, but that's okay. Good stuff. Flesh beasts are dead. Okay, everybody out. Everybody out. If we can, grab the shards and the food, but don't bet on it. Okay, out, out, out. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Whew. Okay. Well. We're out of there, and now we don't need to re-enter it either. Now, no one is down here, right? Absolutely no one? Okay, good. Then that's just gonna collapse in on itself, and we don't need to worry about it. Now, can we please be allowed to just do what we gotta do? Can we please just finish our research so that we can leave? The pit gate is gone. Not without creepy baby noises first, though. Okay. That's, a little disturbing, but sure. Yeah. Well, it was only a matter of time before our dryads started dying off, so unfortunately, it is expected. But what are you gonna do? Alright. It is finally time. No more waiting. No more stalling. it's time for us to go. So, real quick, just a tiny tour of the base. Outer wall over on the left. We have so much greenery that honestly I don't even know what to do with it. Big old wall up top with our anima tree just above. Super defensive wall over on the right. Animal pens, more animal pens. Our lovely set of bedrooms, which I did install a few more gold plates on just to make even nicer. Then over on the right, all of our chem fuel generation, which we use quite a bit of. Plenty of armor. Our ship. And our hospital. Honestly, what a lovely base. Such a shame to see it go, but we already knew that this was happening. We knew that we were going to have to abandon the base at some point, which is why it is kind of all over the place as far as being built. But no more waiting. So, here's what we're going to do. Apple has plenty of vegetarian meals on her. Master Melee has plenty of vegetarian meals. Natalie has a bunch of pemmikians, as well as both Resurrector mech serums, because we're not leaving those behind. Bowman has a little bit of smoke leaf, some pemmikians, and psychite tea, that way she doesn't die. And then Kyoko has much of the same, but also 3 Garulian seeds. So, without further ado, it's time for us to go. Also, I am gonna pop a save right here, because we don't actually get to see where we're going. We just pick a tile and hope for the best. So, if, this is a big if, we get a tile that is legit, like, nothing but lava, and, like, we're immediately gonna die for just being there, I'm gonna reload. But, we're gonna try and just stick it out. So, Apple, Bowman, Kyoko, Master Melee, and Natalie. That's all 5 of our people. Now, let's see. We want to bring the absolute youngest. So, let's bring one of our Gaub Maker Dryads. Let's bring... We'll bring our Companion Dryad. May as well. Oh, we can also bring 7 items. Interesting. Okay, well, that does make things a little easier on us, doesn't it? I'm gonna take the gold, the Resurrector mech serum. Let's see. Let's take some silver. Then, what else can we take? We can take 7. Alrighty, we've picked everything that we can pick. So here we go. The hibernating starship reported will fly away. Oh, that's fine. Past this point, there's no going back. Your colony was sold. Its purchasers are ready for you to choose where to land next. Well, we're definitely gonna pick somewhere nearby because that permanent summer was so goddamn good, you have no idea. This is a ghost town. Temperate forest, that seems cool. Ancient asphalt highway, interesting. You know what? We're gonna come right here. Temperate forest with, apparently, a mixed biome. Why not? We're not gonna change anything. This is still us. Here we go. With your first Archonexus map part securely recorded, you prepare for the next step of your journey. The wild people told you of the cataclysm that destroyed this world. Humans built a great thinking machine here centuries ago. It turned against the people and there was a great war. Only a few were left when the machine transcended and fell dormant. The map to the Archonexus has 3 parts, and you hold one of them. Other wild people also each hold parts of the map. They'll trade their parts to you for a wealthy new colony and all of its recorded research. The next map part is encoded in a very strange way. In order to interpret it, you must first learn more about archotechnology by studying the structure here. It's time to get building. Alright then. Well, we're here, we're ready. Now we just need to be sure that we can actually survive. So I'm just going to okay everything. Okay. So, how big a trouble are we in? Now that I've okayed everything. Oh, this is, dude, ooh, this is actually pretty cool land. So we have an absolutely incredible farming area right here. We have unique trees. We have a little sandy area over here. And then right over here, we have a forest where we can grow as many trees as we want. We also have a major Archotech structure and 4 Archotech towers. A moderately sized Archotech tower rising from the ground. Traces along its surface glow steadily with a strange color. Humans can only begin to guess at its purpose. But us, Dryads, we know what it is. And we know that we can use it. The major Archotech structure. A large Archotech structure. The dull green surface is utterly pristine and undamaged, and so smooth that it's slippery. There is no way to guess how long it's been here, and its purpose seems unfathomable. The psychic power it emanates isn't aggressive, but it is overwhelming and inhuman, like standing inside a threshing machine of whirling blades, inside the heartbeat of a sleeping giant, inside a tight tunnel, and you can't move or speak or breathe. Anyone who goes near it will become unsettled, unless they are psychically deaf. Well, that sucks. I sure hope it isn't too bad. Also, apparently all of our Dryads... Oh, wait, no. They did actually die. So, let's see. Did my cheese work? No. Okay. So, you cannot cheese it. At least, not like that. So, unfortunately, we're back to square one with our weapons and everything we were holding. Oof. Alright. And as far as research goes, we are also just about back at absolute square one. Which is why we needed to get everything done before we left. Now, as for assignments, we should be okay. Scheduling still seems quite good. All of us do have the brain. So technically, all of us need a little bit less sleep. So I am going to need to adjust our schedule. And we're also going to need to set up a lot of stuff, because we need to get building. Ooh, you know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing an anima tree. Well, that has the potential to not be good. Well, no anima tree, so it's a good thing that we upgraded as much as we did. We also have a lot of very, very good clothing, but we are starting from bare minimum yet again. So what I'm gonna do is we need some thinking. Oh no, okay, wait a minute. We do actually have simple research. Okay. Okay, so we're not starting from absolute ground zero, but it's certainly not good. So, I am going to get some research spots down, and we are going to start on Devil Strand immediately. So, everyone is now going to do what they need to do. Bowman is heading up here to study the structure. Whoa. -12. These thoughts coming from the structure, they open doors to such vastness. I feel so small that I might disappear. Okay. Well, we're just gonna ignore that. And, hopefully that doesn't get super worse. So it's -12, but it's only while we're, like, directly beside it, so that's actually not terrible. Study progress is also going very quick because Bowman is good at what she does. Now, over here, I am getting a corn farm going, just because we need this going as quickly as possible. It also does get us a little bit of wood, which I know we're gonna be super unhappy with, but there's really not a whole lot to do about that. We need every bit that we can get, and unfortunately, that's right now. God dang, Bowman is going crazy. She does have 19 intellectual, though, so what do you expect? Jeez. I'll tell you what, this map is actually very imposing. I actually don't know where I even want to build our base, because this map is just so big. I'm really not used to maps like this. I'm used to maps with big old mountains, so having just free reign is actually, not something I'm used to. It also doesn't seem like the structure itself can be damaged, which is reassuring. Luckily, because of all of our enhancements, we are growing like absolute crazy. Oh, yeah! Now that corn is going to do its thing at some point. We also have dual researches going on. Overall, very, very nice. We do need to store our stuff somewhere, though. The question is where? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We need stockpile zones. So, I'm gonna make this entire structure right here our big stockpile zone. And then we will just build some stuff around it. It's a little janky looking, but it'll do. This is as good of a stockpile zone as anywhere else, and eventually we can replace this steel with something else. It also has so many slate columns that we should just be a-okay. Okay, I am going to expand the zone a little bit. This is our stockpile zone, so everything in here should be relatively safe. Then we need a dumping zone, so I'm going to put that, honestly, just all along right here. Just put all the dumpy stuff right over in this corner. It'll do for the moment. So, okay. It mentioned that we can trade settlements and stuff for another part of the Archonexus map, which tells me that we're actually going to need to sell another base if we want to continue the Archonexus quest. Which means that this is going to be another non-permanent base. Presumably we have to get 350k again, but we'll see. Okay. That is good to know. Now, do we have to do it a third time as well? I don't know. I almost feel like this particular time will probably be the last. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, stockpile zone is now made. Corn is on the way. And we are currently researching Devil Strand. So, once we're able to plant that... Oh! Hi, Anima Tree. You came out of seemingly nowhere. Well, welcome back. It seems as though this Anima Tree has followed us here. As it should be. But yeah, 200%. We're gonna need to sell at least one more colony, so we do want to build somewhat smartly. This colony is so big, though. I'm still kind of thinking of what I want to do. I might just take a minute just to see what I really want to do. I am also curious what happens once we finish researching this Archonexus. Let me see. Okay. So somebody will sell it to us for another 350k, and we have to finish studying the Archonexus structure. I see. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, it looks like we're only 1/3 of the way done with this quest. Here, I was thinking that this was going to be a short series. Actually, to be fair, though, since we have 5 people who are fully upgraded, like, you know, completely good to go, I'm almost thinking that the next 2 will be significantly faster. We'll see. We'll see, especially since we have to start from scratch every time. There is a chance that this still gonna take a hot minute. But there is the idea that we might get through it quite quickly. Psychite withdrawal. Yep, I knew it was going to be a problem. That's why I tried to take it with us, at least. Okay. I don't know if we could do it here, but let's try. Do we... Okay, psychoid plant. Okay. Whew. We are actually safe for the moment. So, the quicker we get growing on our smoke leaf and psychite, the quicker we can avoid people literally falling over dead. Okay, Kyoko is definitely not in a good spot. That psychite withdrawal is certainly not doing much good for us. Also, the fact that we're destroying a bunch of trees doesn't help either. Uncomfortable. We'll get there when we get there. And Kyoko's in a daze. Well. Well. Oh well. Right then, mate. Intimidation's gone up the wayside, so here's what we got in mind. So, I decided to repurpose this broken building into our temporary storage. I thought it was kind of funny. Make use of what's around us. Obviously, we have a bunch of corn ready to go. We have smoke leaf and psychoid growing as quickly as possible because it's going to become a problem. Then over here we have a stockpile zone, and I am making a little house. Is it the best? No. But it'll do, at least for now. And we can kind of expand this as we need. But for the moment, I figure having at least some kind of area to sleep in is better than nothing. As for the rest of this absolutely gigantic map, I don't know. We'll come up with that when we get there. We do have a lot of steel, a lot of compacted machinery. Not that we're actually going to touch compact machinery just yet. And Kyoko is currently having a psychosis because of psychite withdrawal. Not amazing. But we'll get it fixed when we get it fixed. The Archotech structure is not really helping our needs and everything very much either. Not to mention we're very upset about the trees being wrecked, but hey, we don't exactly have a whole lot of other options right now. Something that is nice is we are somewhat close to the anima tree, which just sprouted up. So we don't have to go very far to get our meditation in, so there is that. Bowman, hard at work, making all the inner walls of our wannabe shack. Okay. And we do have this campfire, which only has 9 more hours left to burn. And another thing, I don't know if I mentioned this, but we continue to be blessed with permanent summer. We take that. Kyoko has made it out of her psychosis, and hopefully she is doing a little bit better. You know, we could... You know what? I think this is the time. Psychic Soothe Female. Here it comes. Wow. That ought to help us get going. Alright, it's not perfect, but it is a start. Also, if we could just use the anima song. Boop. Now, let's look at melee, for example. 31 from Psychic Soothe and 15 from anima song. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's helpful. Oh. Apple thinks you should give this new settlement a name. We will name this... the... Steelheart. Pretty nice. The Steelheart community, for all of us have massive upgrades, and also the fact that the Archonexus structure is right there. Now, as far as quests, yeah, so we do still have a fair bit left to go. Okie dokie. Well, we knew we were gonna have to start at step 1, so it's no surprise that that's exactly where we're starting. As for research and everything, I am working on Devil Strand just to get that up and going as quickly as physically possible, because the quicker we can get Devil Strand going, the better. We also have a ton of limestone chunks, so what I'm gonna do... Let's see if we can make a stone cutter table. Putting it outside is fine. It's not gonna be a huge penalty. We do also have a flamingo that's coming around to say hello. That's always nice. Now, I want to make a different stockpile zone specifically for all of our stones. So let's put that right over here. And as far as what it stores, it is going to be nothing but stone chunks. Perfect. Oh, you know what? We'll also make it so it's, We'll make it so it's steel and mechanoid slag chunks as well. That seems like a good idea. Then, over here, we're going to make sure that this is not. Okay, good stuff. All right. Also, I was taking a look around. Apparently, we can harvest and eat this agave. It's not amazing, but it is there. It is an option. So, you know, at least we have that. Research is going along pretty well, though. Apple and Bowman are both very, very good researchers. Natalie coming up as a close third with a little bit of intelligence. Now, we are going to set it to make any stone forever. There we go. That'll help our building. So, what we could do... we could break apart this troop carrier and make this some kind of little section right here where we're able to do stuff. Maybe a crafting area. That could be a good idea. The only thing is, I don't know what the range of the Archonexus structure is. I don't know how far away it's actually going to be affecting us from, so that is something we're going to have to learn the hard way, but oh well, we'll do what we need to do, and ideally, we will survive. Now, elephants. Apparently they drop elephant leather, that I suppose makes sense. They're intelligent. They can be used as pack animals. Really? Isn't that interesting? Now, what we could do... we don't exactly have a whole lot of fertile ground, but we could... oh, this one's somewhat close. You know what? We could make... yeah, a little something like this, huh? Oh, this is a medium-sized pen. I mean... we might be able to fit some elephants, right? Yeah, why not? Okay, so, big ol' pen. We give them a ton of... actually, do they eat hay? What the heck do elephants eat? Diet. Vegetable seeds, kibble, liquor. Tameness, guard, attack, rescue, haul. Ooh, wow. Okay, they're really, really good. So you know what? Let's attempt to tame one of the males and one of the females. None of us are good enough at it. Okay, never mind. Well, that sucks. Alright, I guess we're not doing that. Maybe when we get someone new, they'll be capable of it, but for the moment... Actually, you know what? Let me, let's forbid all this. Yeah, okay. We'll build this later. We have it mathed out, though, so there is that. Also, did I just see that correctly? Did the fertile land just spread? Or was it the grass that's throwing me off? I don't know. I guess we'll find out later. Well, okay. We have limestone walls on the way. Research is on the way. What we could do is we could light up a large fire. It's gonna go through a whole lot of wood, but if we do it, we have a chance to encounter wild people. Although, actually, do we even have the means to tame wild people? That's unideal. I guess we'll just find out, won't we? Alright, let's have ourselves a speech. Alright, everybody. I know that it seems hard, and I know that starting from scratch is scary. But we will see this through to the very bitter end. See? It was encouraging. Alright, let's go ahead and light her up. See if we can get anybody to wander in. We're 200 billion% gonna need to set up some kind of, recruitment center, as we'll call it. Okay, we'll just leave this burning. We'll set it not to refuel. We'll just let it do what it's gonna do. If we get some wild people that we can potentially tame, that would be fantastic. If we don't... oh well, honestly. Well... yeah, we knew it was gonna be hard, so it is what it is. Now, the part that is unexpected to me is the fact that we're gonna have to do this again? That's a little bit brutal. I didn't know we were gonna have to do it multiple times, but oh well. We've gotten started on this one, and since we're all massively upgraded, it shouldn't take too long. Especially because, just look at our stats. We are absolutely loaded. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'd say the only one who isn't loaded is Kyoko, but Kyoko was a relatively new addition, so I think that's also kind of expected. I wonder if we get any kind of buff from the Archotech structure, or if it's literally just there as a means to, gate us, as it were, from getting to the next zone too quickly. Don't know. Actually, as far as wealth, let's take... hang on. It fell off a cliff. But we're currently at a wealth of, rounding up, 71k. That's actually insane. That is really, really high, considering we, don't have anything. As for what we should work on next... Cocoa wouldn't be terrible. Hydroponics we don't need. The Neolithic Maids, I don't think we're gonna use this time. We don't need power. Biofuel could be nice. The Floodlight, just in case, would also be a decent choice. You know what? Let's just get smithing ready to go. In case anything happens and we need some extra weaponry and stuff, that's probably a good idea. Now, as far as our actual stockpile zone, we're gonna have to edit that as we go. We also do have a couple friends going by, but we'll just let them do what they're gonna do. Also, I know that I set up a really weird stockpile zone. I could have just done a dumping zone, but nah. you know, details. Okay, you know what? Let's get some more Psychoid and some more Smoke Leaf, especially because we do have 2 withdrawals that are going to be kicking in somewhat soon. Yeah, you know what? We need to just get as much Psykite going as physically possible, because while this is enough to start getting us by, it's not enough to keep us going by. Okay, I should have done this a little sooner as well. Let's go ahead and get some cotton going as well. Anything that can possibly help us in this early state of being, we need to do. This corn, I know it seems like a lot, but not only is it going to be food where it's needed, it's also going to be a very, very good source of income, at least for a bit. Oh, heat wave. Uh-oh. That seems not good. That seems real bad, in fact. Okie dokie. Well, it's a good thing that most of us have Devil Strand stuff on, because... Also, Kyoko very, very much not doing good, but hanging in there. If you could just hang in there, that'd be great. I know it's a little brutal, though. Once you're done studying the Archotech structure, you're probably going to feel a lot better. She's hanging in there, though. Kyoko's doing a really, really good job, considering you're at 0 mood. Oh. Murderous Rage. She has decided to kill Master Melee. No. Good thing I planned ahead. Ha! Good thing I planned ahead, because Word of Serenity just saved Kyoko's life. Don't worry, Melee, I wasn't worried about you for a second. Kyoko, on the other hand, would have freaking died if you two got into a fight. Well, that's definitely why I wanted the Spacer buff, so that we could have less chance for mental breaks, but, oh well, what are you gonna do? Okay, so you're in a psychic coma for 7 hours, okay. That's fine, you will be okay, provided we can avoid another one of those. That'd be even better. And Apple is getting as much of her psychic powers back as she needs, so, we're gonna have to really rely on Apple, so it's a good thing that she's so decked out with psychics. Okay, and we're doing bad because of this and also Psykite. It only grows so fast, guys! It only grows so fast! We can't really use Plant Boom either because we don't have anyone for that. Tell you what, here's what we can do. If we do Ideology and we make a ritual spot, we can make... Oops. We can make some people into different roles. Like, for example, Melee, you get to be the second leader. And this will help our mood by even just a little bit. Every bit counts. Okay, good. Now, Bowman, you get to be the third leader. It makes sense since, well, you know, you have been here since the start. This is going to increase our mood by a tiny bit more, which is always nice. Okay, good. Wait, Bowman didn't get changed? Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. So, okay, alright. You're about to sign, yes. So, wait, Melee. Yeah, you're second. You're a green chief. you're about to be a third. I don't know why it didn't happen. I guess it was just a small chance. Bowman is about to have a mental break, so let's hope that this goes through before Bowman gets too upset. That heat wave probably isn't helping too much either, now that I think about it. Okay, good stuff. Now, we're even happier. That should keep things at bay. Ooh, and we have a Cerulean tree, which is injured slightly, I imagine because of the Archonexus structure. Catatonic Bowman. Well, it's not amazing, but I guess it's better than nothing. Okie dokie. Now, we're gonna plant the Cerulean tree, and I'm gonna plant it in a spot where it shouldn't be a problem, which looks like about right down here. Man, this is definitely a lot more brutal than I expected it to be. Okay. Now, who the heck are we gonna connect to it? Kyoko's probably about to have a, where she goes into a coma as well because of Psychite withdrawal. We could, honestly, we could set it to melee. That's probably not a bad idea. Well, Apple, you know what? We'll do Apple. Apple's probably the best. Okay, once this is made, here's what we do. Choose Dryad Cast. We are making Woodmaker. We need wood immediately. We're gonna set desired to 80, and that should be good. Here's the plan. We make 2 ascended woodmakers, we change the cast, and then we make ascended spitters. And that should be plenty. It's good defense, it's good wood. We'll see if it's enough, but that's the goal. That's the plan. Let's just see it through, huh? A group of wasters from the virus men have arrived, and they want to fight us. Well, so be it. Melee, satiate your bloodlust. Destroy this fool. We don't have a prison built. You know what? We got some wood. Well, yeah. That's about as straight as I think I'm gonna get that. Alright, that'll be our prison area. Now, Melee, your goal is to not get shot. You did get shot, but luckily you have a very, very powerful helmet. And it looks like we have ourselves a brand new friend. Alright. Start tending to Lumi, because we have ourselves a brand new friend on the way. For now, we'll say that this is for prisoners. Apple, can you come build this? We'll see if we can even keep you alive, but if we can, I would really like to have ourselves a brand new friend. You know what? I also am noticing a problem. Let's go ahead and build another door on this side so that we can actually get in there a little easier. Okay, you're still alive. Apple, can you pretty please? Okay, Melee, can you pretty please build this? I don't think our friend is going anywhere, at least not for now. Alright, good enough. 4 prisoners. Now, Melee. If you would be so kind as to capture Lumi over here, I would be much obliged. Well, we're definitely gonna have to take a far more aggressive route with getting new friends here, so, there is that. Here's what we'll do. We'll build a copy. Boom. It's not an amazing room, but you know what? It'll do. And is Lumi gonna survive? Yes. Excellent. Excellent. I do so love when a plan comes together. Eventually, this will be our actual, like, little prisoner room, but, still has a little bit of a way to go for that. And we'll build when we want to build. Now, how bad is Apple at building? Construction of literally 0. Okay. Right. 0, but 16 and 4. Good enough for me. It's something. So here's what we'll do. We are going to work. Alright. Even if we botch and, you know, a lot goes wrong, at least it's something. You know? At least it is something. Now, what I want to do is place a couple regular chairs that I can't quite find. Okay, boom. And then we'll place 2 right here as well. Yeah, there we go. There, it's already looking a little bit more like a home, wouldn't you say? We don't have a whole lot of food for Lumi, but that's fine. You know, that's fine. Everything is gonna be a-okay. Unless we have a flash thunderstorm. That one might not be, but we'll get there when we get there. Okay, we are at 58%, just about. Also, let's go ahead and change the cast. There we go. Now we are going to start making some wood dryads. Everyone's still hard at work at building. Then, over here for Lumi, let's go ahead and recruit as much as possible. At the moment, you'll never try to escape, but I know that won't be the case forever, so we are just going to ignore that. And then how about somewhere decent? Okay. You know what? It's not going to be amazing, but we'll have some heal root over here just growing. That way we have a little bit of medicine production. Again, it's not incredible, but it'll do. Also, when people decide that they want to do some planting, that'll also be relatively nice. Oh well, we'll get new people as we go. This is just the hard part. The starting part of colonies is always the worst, especially when there's an ancient technological device that's making us stressed out. But the bonsai plants are gonna help our mood a little bit because everyone loves a tiny little tree. I think. Now, what does she have on her? Because she has a pump shotgun, some simple meals, and some silver. Oh, well. Well, you're not an adult yet, so we can't turn you into a dryad as of this moment. But that doesn't mean that we can't keep you safe here. Now, the guinea pigs. Good gravy, they're so menacing looking. Oh, Melee, if you could come absolutely delete these man-hunting guinea pigs, I would be very much obliged. Also, Annabelle Stark is a wimp. Oh, good. Well, you're definitely not going to be a fighter. Get him, Melee, get him! Rah! Ah! Bowman is on the run. Bowman, kite him back this way. Yeah, kite him back over kind of this way. Or just one-shot it. All right, fair enough. Hey, mechanical arms, I guess, are pretty good. Well, still can't butcher them. bit of a problem. But oh well. Alright, Annabelle, you aren't very good at anything either. So what we'll do, we'll get Lumi moved over. I don't even think we can. We'll set up some kind of schooling area. That's what we'll do. Well, I'm not, Oh, good. Snake people. Melee? Kill it. Natalie's in a little bit too bad of a mood to go kill stuff. Otherwise, I would send Natalie, since poor Melee has been doing all the fighting right now. But we'll get that sorted out at some point. There's also a ton of ancient shopping carts and stuff to break down. Melee, destroy! Yeah! Kill. Now, again, we would convert the snake people. The only issue is they break really badly when we turn them into dryads, so I think we're just better off disassembling them instead of actually converting them. I know, you know, technically it is a waste, but hey, what are you gonna do? At the end of the day, we're just doing what feels right, and that, to me, feels right. There is also a crap ton of steel that I would like to get, but I don't think we're gonna get it right now. Kyoko failed building a blackboard. That's fine. As long as we get it built. Aha! Another wild woman appears to have wandered in, and we are one level below. Epic. Epic. Well, here's a nice thing. Bowman has a dryad that she can train. So technically, we will go up to skill 7. Also, I'm putting just a little sandstone flooring right next to our Giga Fire because, boy, it sure likes to throw embers all over the place. So if we have some flooring, it should be fine. At least I hope. Now, as far as converting goes, Lumi is currently at a will of 2.1 and a resistance of 5.2. We just about have Lumi ready to join us. Then, once Annabelle eventually grows up, that is already 2 new people that we have. Corn is going well. Cotton is going well. Nobody feels like planting right now, and that is a problem. So, here's what we're gonna do. We want to bump that up a little bit. Set some stuff to 3. Let's do... Kyoko, you're fairly good at researching. Why not? We'll put you on 2, and then Apple can have a little bit of a break. Bowman is really good at it. Yeah! Honestly, everyone here is really good at researching, so I think we can afford to have Apple not focus on researching quite as much, and instead actually focus on our planting. Speaking of, it is going relatively well over here. 75% research speed. Hey, it's not amazing, but it'll do. It's early game. I don't think we ever thought it was going to be amazing. Okay, Apple getting us a bunch of corn. Absolutely spectacular. Thank you, Apple. Doing what we gotta do. For the most part. Also, I know that this room looks like crap. Don't worry, we'll fix it up at some point. Archotech structure is looking good. You're unhappy. Why? Because you're malnourished. Because we don't really have regular food. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be a little bit of a problem, huh? Okay, well, we gotta make a kitchen somewhat quickly, it seems. So, let me see. We have a bunch of sandstone, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's make a... So it's like... We'll do 6 6 by 7? Oh, 6, 7, what? I know, 6, 7, hilarious. By the way, okay, this is gonna make me sound so old. I don't even know where that came from. All I know is that everyone is just losing their mind at 6, 7. Bro, I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. Oh, well. Oh, well. Just showing my age, I suppose. Now, what I want to do, let's just make a couple meals. Let's do until we have 10. That should be relatively good. At the moment, it seems like Annabelle is just going to have to eat some raw food, which I'm not super stoked about, but luckily Natalie is cooking a fair bit of it down, so that should be nice. We don't have air conditioning or anything either, so it is gonna spoil, albeit not very fast. In 60 days, it's gonna spoil. Very, very, very nice. We also finally have some psychoid leaves, which means no more withdrawals. That right there is the biggest bit of good news that we could ask for right now. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I know what I'm gonna do. Let's make a... Alright. We're gonna make 2 medicine racks out of steel, and they're gonna have nothing but psychoid in them. Also, we are wanting a Fey emblem, but if we build it now, people are gonna be super unhappy because it's out in the middle of nowhere, so maybe not the best thing for us to do. We are just gonna put that on hold. Well... we do also have some more dryads a-coming, so that's nice. This one hasn't made any Galbrick yet, so a little unfortunate. The Barkskin Dryad is here to protect us if need be. I mean, we're recovering. All things considered, we are recovering. Sleep is about at max, so Melee, I'm going to have you prioritize building this. Then... let's clear all Psykite. Yes. Then, over on this one, clear all Psykite. Perfect. Alright, crisis averted. Addictions are about to be satiated from -35 all the way up to +12. Very, very good. Hi. Okay. That was a little bit close. You know, just a tad. There was only a small chance that some of us die from Psykite withdrawal. You know, it's not even that big of a deal. It would have been fine. I am going to get some stuff ready for this room. And we are looking pretty good to go. Lumi is at a resistance of 0.3, so we are about to recruit her, despite everything. She is also almost healed up, which is nice. Hey. And now Apple is working on the bonsai trees. Perfection at its finest. That is what we like to see. And Bowman is also working on taming stuff, so hopefully at some point we can convince the Wild Woman to join us as well. And alright, look at that. A child that we can teach, a person that we're convincing to join us, and a wild person that we can also potentially convince into joining us. And a semi-steady supply of Psykite tea. Alright. Not to mention, we also have absolute food galore, if you don't mind eating it raw, in the just absolutely incredible amount of corn. And because Apple is a dryad, of course, she is simply so good at planting that... oh. That we're gonna get that going right now. Also, I want Devil Strand, not potatoes. Oh, Apple, why would you cut down some of the trees? They're not even in the way! Oh, well, there goes our mood again. Great. Trees defiled, -13. They weren't even in the way! Ugh. Apple just wanted everyone to feel terrible. Alright, just when we were recovering, Apple. Ah! Oh well. Either way. I think that this is a pretty good spot to end this episode right here. So, we've got a bunch of cotton on the way, so we can make beds. We have dryads coming, so we have wood. Whew. It was a little iffy, but now we have a relatively good starting point. The major Archotech structure is also coming along. Also, I noticed these like weird smooth flooring that it has that I feel like it didn't have before. But that's fine. Hopefully that's not going to be something absolutely terrible. It's like, oh, once you discover it, suddenly an apocalyptic mechanoid drops on your head. Oh. I mean, if that happens, we're just dead. There's no getting around it. We are just 200% dead. But provided that it's just a normal thing that happens, we should be good to go. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. By the way, as always, if you have any tips for me, I'm more than happy to hear them out. Bye.